My name is Joaquin Schweigert, and I am the artistic director, founder, composer, and a performer for Open Flame Theater. And I'm talking to you right now because we are in the middle of making this performance called The Garden, and we need some help in this final year of what has been like a 3 to 5 year process of creating this show. Open Flame's mission is to create original, multidisciplinary performances rooted in the queer and trans experience. Through exploring the surreal and fantastic, we seek to liberate the imagination, which we recognize as a vital part of the larger struggle for justice and freedom. We are returning to our roots and exploring the ancient role of queer folk in cultures the world over. Someone who guides souls from this world to the world beyond, the dream world, and the world of the imagination. The Garden is an experimental queer opera about the roots of systemic oppression. We are revolutionizing the form of opera, incorporating musical influences from heavy metal and techno, and also circus forms of acrobatics, mask, and aerial silks. The narrative unfolds following the querent, played by yours truly, a queer mortal from this world who enters hell. In each scene, the querent confronts a different part of themselves that they hid, were told was monstrous, were afraid of, ashamed of. The querent integrates these alienated parts and therefore heals themselves the deeper into the garden that they tread. The Garden is a world of decadence, with materials including satin, delicate woodwork, fancy silverware, and elegant facades. In this place, horror and beauty walk hand in hand. Western civilization attempts to control nature in order to utilize it. The Garden reveals the suffering caused by those attempts. Your donation will help us towards building this world, paying our ensemble of actors, designers, musicians, technicians, and stage manager, fabricating costume and set needs, equipment for lights, sound, and props, aiding with rental costs for rehearsal and performance spaces, and helping us get the word out to our audience. It can often be difficult for artists with non-normative gender and sexual identities to find work in theater, but these parts of ourselves are the soul of the art that we create.
Hi, I'm Katie Burgess. I'm the devil. I'm interested in this concept of the anti-hero in which you actually are kind of rooting for them, even though it's hideous because you can relate, because you can see within yourself how somebody would get to that point. I feel very grateful to the work that Joaquin has done in terms of giving us a format to be working with, and I'm very curious about this world that we're creating together, but more so I'm curious about the group that we're creating together, the ensemble that we're creating together, because we're all transgender, and that's what really inspires me the most about this work, is that as a trans woman, it's very unique to have any sort of space to be able to do anything, but especially in terms of theater, and especially in terms of a physical type of theater, as is kind of what we're trying to do. It's very unique to have a place in which I get to try to get in touch with my body and try to be expressive with my body and creative. It's even more unique that I get to do that in the presence of other transgender people, and that's really what drives me the most, I think, with this work.
My name's Arlo. I am a creature. I also play music. Okay, so I've also been inspired in making this work by reading images of traditional or abstract hellscapes, and then especially work that creates something that seems terrible, but then in actuality is an opportunity for growth, which I think is something that I have at least been looking into.
My name is Erica Flaidland, and I'm playing the bride in this show. Getting to work with a queer trans ensemble for me has been really healing in a way. I've came out not that long ago, and for me this show has been my family, my queer family, who have allowed me to just explore myself in really intense physical ways, and then process with them, you know, some of the emotions of exploring that. People should give us money because it takes a lot to produce theater, and I think this show is on such a scale that it's only become better if people are able to support us and, you know, help us actualize the show in a way that it deserves to be told.
Hi, my name is C. Thomas and I play the monster. I am really inspired by the work of monstrous creatures, and when I say monstrous creatures, I mean creature of fable, and I also mean people who are marked as monster in their everyday lives. I think there's something to be said about the way that trans people and black and brown people and people with disabilities are so often called monstrous. I'm inspired by the work that we do to be monsters and what it means to be a monster as something that is so beautiful and so horrifying to the power structures in place. I have to wonder why we scare them so bad.
My name is Elisa Sugar. I go by E. I'm the designer for Open Flame Theater. Why is it necessary? Art is always necessary. And I would say that this work is also really smart and cathartic and abstract and strong and beautiful, and the queer story is inherently political, so I'm really happy to be part of political, beautiful work like this. But art is always necessary.
My name is Matthew Ryan Sirline. I co-compose for Open Flame Theater with Joachim Schweigert. What I think is interesting about this show is blending elements of horror films with live theater. And I think it's interesting to question the audience and have them maybe reveal to themselves parts of themselves that they keep hidden for fear of being marginalized or what have you.
We're at a time in history when the word transgender is more known than it has been in recent past. And in some ways, like, that's brought some like really positive things. And I think that it has also, these are also times when a lot of bigots are coming out of the woodwork, and it seems to me, at least, that it's also one of the most dangerous time to be out and transgender. I think that it is massively important that we, as transgender folks and as queer folks, are harnessing and cultivating our power. And for me, as a performer in this process, that's what this work in this show is doing. In my mind, as a director, we are making this show for a transgender, queer audience. That's who this show is for. This show The Garden is a ritual of transformation and of reclamation. It is a ritual in which we invite our queer and trans community to embrace that which makes us different, because that's also what makes us beautiful. All of you who see this video and decide to support our work financially or in other ways, because there certainly are a lot of other ways, and please contact us if you want to be involved in a non-financial way. I want to express to all of you my gratitude for going on this journey with us. It's still unfolding, and you're now a part of that. And thank you for going on this journey with us. The only way to conquer our fears is to face them. The only way out of hell is through it.